And now let's begin the posing portion of our program. And yeah, okay. And this is exactly why freaking McFarlane. I swear, this is exactly the reason why I stopped buying this crap. Ah, man. All right. What? You know, I've said it a few times in the past that I've completely fallen out of love with McFarlane. They're just not, the figures just aren't hitting it the way they used to, man. They just don't feel right. The only thing that I like about McFarlane is the mega figs. And like, this is a prime example of when mega figs go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like this right here is a prime example of that. Like, let's look at the box. Like, here's the thing about this box. Like, this is a atypical McFarlane box, and everything looks good in package. I gotta say, presentation spot on. Here's the thing: when you open the box, cut off the little binders, and immediately the leg falls off the figure. And you're thinking, oh, maybe it's just not on there properly. And you put the leg back in. And then the arm falls off the character. And then you're like, oh, maybe it's just this arm. And then the other arm falls off the character. So then you're like, okay, well, maybe, just maybe, it's just the limbs. It's just three of the limbs. And then the fourth limb, the other arm, falls off. This thing was definitely a Build-A-Fig. It had to be a Build-A-Fig, straight up, because this thing is like, the QC on this one is just trash. All right, but let's take a look at the figure. Like, okay, he looks great. Like, if you're just into a static pose figure, you just want to do very, very limited anything with this character, because he's a piece of like glass. Basically, he's a piece of gentle glass, and he'll shatter upon your touching it. Yeah, this is a good figure. It's a good looking figure. It looks good compared to other McFarlane mega figs on the shelf. Like the cape, the cape is one of my main complaints, because it's not as robust as you would think for a character like Darkseid. It just kind of like feels like an afterthought, like they just sewed together some fabric and said, okay, here, it's blue fabric, it matches his tunic or whatever the hell he's wearing, his helmet, and there you go, and it matches his boots and it matches his arms. Have we come this far where that's the bare minimum? Like, is it too much to ask for matching colors? that you get that and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited, they match. Like, oh my goodness, it's like they went to a Sherman-Williams or another paint store and actually figured out that things match. Wow. But yeah, it looks good. I feel like this figure looks really good and it will look great on the shelf. Now, for accessories, he comes with two fist hands, a grabby hand, and a pointing finger, along with the McFarlane stand and a McFarlane card, and he comes with an alternative head. So overall, I mean, it's a good package overall, considering, what we get with figures nowadays is actually not that bad a spread overall. Although Marvel Select does the same thing for $10 cheaper. Just saying, just throwing it out there. Okay, anyway, moving on. So yeah, it's a decent spread. The head sculpt looks great. I mean, it's Darkseid, baby. It's Darkseid. It looks really, really good, really good. So now, real quick size comparison. Here he is with two of my previous reviews, Marvel Legends She-Hulk and McFarlane Mega Fig Bane. Here he is with two of my other Mega Figs, McFarlane Swamp Thing and Violator. Here he is with a Mafex Superman and a Mezco Doctor Doom. And just for a quick size comparison, here he is with a Marvel Select, Diamond Select Titanium Man. And I'm like, I paid $27 for Titanium Man. This guy's $40. And I'm just like, what are we doing here? Like, the Titanium Man comes with the same amount of hands. He comes with an alternate head, and he's just as his body is basically built the same way. He's actually heavier. There's more plastic in him, but he's like $10 cheaper, $12 cheaper. I'm just like, what are we doing here? But anyway, this is one of my gripes with McFarlane Megafigs, but like, because I like the characters, I let it slide. So let's talk about posing. Like, it's your standard fare McFarlane Megafig posing. I have to be gentle with this guy because he's a delicate flower and doesn't want to be destroyed. So I mean, if he's not going to fall apart, it's just your basic atypical posing for the figure. I do as much as I can without making this guy shatter and melt in my hand. But yeah, other than that, I mean, there's nothing really like outstanding about it. It's just there. The plastic feels good. The cape stinks. It's the fabric is so thin and chinky and cheesy. It stinks. But yeah, the head sculpts are great, and it does look great on a shelf. Like, if you put this on a shelf as a centerpiece of your like sort of Legion of Doom type of like set, it looks good. It will look good next to like a Lex Luthor or a cyborg Superman or like a Brainiac or something like that. It looks good. It's just the QC on this, like a lot of McFarlane figures, the QC stinks. So I got this on sale, and so I don't really regret the price I paid for it. If you can catch this on sale, I would highly recommend buying this on sale. If not, like, this is a pass. Otherwise, I wouldn't pay full price for this thing with all the QC issues that it experiences. And apparently it's a widespread thing. Like, it just falls apart. So if you're going to put this thing in a static pose in the middle of a shelf as a centerpiece of a shelf, it looks good. If you're not going to, if you're trying to do all this extracurricular stuff, I don't recommend this at all. I can't in good conscience recommend this at all. But yeah, with that, let me know what you think in the comments. Did you buy this figure? Do you like this figure? It was mine and several other people that I've seen online who have this figure and it shatters in their hands. Were we just given a bad copy? Let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And with that, be safe, be good. And it's the Drunken Prime cracking open another beer and signing off.